If you're here just to watch a cricket match, enjoy the game. But if you have fantasy points on the line, or you're managing a predictive portfolio, tonight's PBKS versus LSG game presents a very specific math problem. Let's look at the actual risk balance. Right now, Punjab Kings are operating as one of the most complete units in the tournament. They are currently unbeaten, relying on a fearless approach where the top order sets a high-volume pace that the middle order maintains through the final overs. Lucknow Super Giants are struggling with structural balance. Their premium players haven't delivered consistent run volume, and the squad looks distinctly out of rhythm, particularly when they are forced to chase a target. This split-screen comparison shows exactly where the disparity lies. On the left, Punjab's power play run rates and top-order consistency are solid green. On the right, Lucknow's chasing efficiency and middle-over stability show sharp red drop-offs. This statistical gap forces a clear decision for your lineup. Do you pay a premium price for Punjab's expensive safety, or do you buy low on Lucknow's volatile potential? The entire math of this matchup shifts when you factor in the physical environment at Mullanpur. The surface here offers true bounce and excellent carry for pace bowlers early on, but it pairs that with an incredibly fast outfield. Once the ball beats the infield, it races to the boundary. Because the ball comes onto the bats so nicely, those physical traits naturally push the par score higher than what you'd see at slower, spinning venues. When a venue requires 190 or 200 runs to stay competitive, teams that rely on slow, cautious accumulation in the power play get punished heavily. Mullanpur actively penalizes conservative batting. Simply surviving the new ball isn't enough. Raw scoring speed is the metric that matters most for this match.
This value matrix maps player cost and ownership percentage against expected point ceiling, evaluating investments by risk and potential payoff. Plotting the Punjab top order, specifically Prabhsimran Singh and the primary openers, they sit firmly in this top right quadrant. As openers and top-order batters on a flat deck, the math guarantees they face the maximum number of deliveries, giving them a massive head start on early point accumulation. But there is a massive catch: ownership risk. Because Punjab is playing so well, almost every manager in your league will pick them. Their success guarantees you zero competitive advantage over the pack. If you spend your budget here and these openers fail against the swinging new ball, your overall ranking drops alongside the masses with zero buffer. Drafting Punjab batters is strictly a defensive play. It protects your baseline rank, but it won't help you separate from the pack to win large-scale competitions. The alternative is targeting distressed assets. In finance, buying an asset while its value rapidly crashes is called catching a falling knife. For Lucknow, those falling knives are Rishabh Pant and Pooran. They carry big names and high expectations, but their current output is severely depressed.
Pant, in particular, has struggled to find his timing and rhythm throughout the tournament, often laboring to build an innings. Plotting Pant and Pooran on the value matrix, they land in the top left quadrant, low ownership but high point ceiling. However, their struggles against middle-over spin place them in a red vulnerability zone, making a single-digit score highly probable. Drafting Lucknow stars is a high-variance gamble. You're taking an outsized risk of a 0, but if they finally connect, it is the only viable path to a massive, contrarian payoff that vaults you past the competition. This risk assessment changes entirely when we look at the power play bowlers at this venue. This bar chart tracks fantasy points for bowlers. Notice the harsh penalties for high economy rates. Because Mullanpur's outfield is so fast, a bowler missing their line by a fraction guarantees a boundary, draining points instantly. Mohammed Shami breaks that model. This bright green spike represents his early upside. He is the most likely bowler to swing the ball and disrupt them safe Punjab openers in the first 6 overs. The alternative route is ignoring the power play entirely and stacking Punjab's death bowlers. Lucknow has shown a clear pattern of panic in late-game chases. Punjab's death bowlers are specifically equipped to execute wide Yorkers and slower bouncers to exploit that exact fragility. You have to make a strict choice here. You either bet on Shami causing early chaos, or bet on Punjab cleaning up the tail. If you draft both, they cancel each other out, diluting your overall investment. Everything we've covered so far remains theoretical until the captains flip the coin. The toss dictates which of these strategies becomes mathematically optimal. Let's map out the cascading effects of the toss with this decision tree. If Lucknow bats first, we go down the left branch. Setting a target removes the scoreboard pressure that usually triggers Lucknow's middle order panic. It raises their baseline points floor, making their batters slightly safer investments. But if Punjab bats first, we follow the right branch. A high target set by Punjab applies maximum pressure to Lucknow's fragile middle order. In this scenario, Lucknow's chase metrics point directly toward a collapse, making Punjab defensive assets the only logical play. Here is exactly how you should execute your strategy based on your specific risk tolerance. For the low-risk optimizer, anchor your lineup heavily with Punjab's top order and all-rounders. Take the guaranteed base points, avoid hero ball, and protect your rank. For the high-risk contrarian, fade the Punjab openers entirely. Back Shami to strike early, and make Nicholas Pooran your captain to maximize the differential. And if you're the time-poor fan trying to decide whether to commit 4 hours to the broadcast tonight, watch the first 45 minutes. If Shami fails to break the opening partnership by the end of the power play, their comeback probability drops significantly. Chasing a runaway total at Mullanpur with their current middle order form creates a mountain they are statistically unlikely to climb.